There's a scripture that says, your adversary has been thrown down to the earth and he is angry because the time is short. Now let's talk about demon time and the demon time conspiracy. So in any conspiracy, it takes at least two parties to conspire on an agreed agenda. The interdimensional wizards, they're very well aware of this, and they're aware of the demiurge and the illusion of safety that floods the minds of the spiritually blind. Demons don't have time. Demons are above time. Demons step in and out of time. That's why the same demons that plagued people in Solomon's day are running rampant in the 2020s. There's no one under demon time for real. There's just people who make time for demons. And first of all, no one claiming demon time is an intermediary between dimensions. The intermediary itself is actually the demon, not the people selling their souls to the demons, you understand? How many young rappers claiming demon time have to die violently before we understand how Satario works? How many young rappers have to do football jersey numbers in prison before we understand how Satario works? While these folks swear allegiance to Lucifer, hoping to receive power from Lucifer, they are actually being exterminated by God for their betrayal, and Lucifer is assigned to dispose of them. The scriptures say that the Lord created the wicked just for a day of destruction. So there are people, believe it or not, whose main purpose in this life is to be destroyed. And that's due solely to their allegiance being pledged on the destructive side. Satario is associated with insanity and contractual agreements. So anyone on demon time goes straight to Satario. They go straight to Hell's Prime Minister, Lucifuge Rofocal. And it's his voice that leads you to your third eye through the pitch black labyrinth that your life now becomes. This realm is also connected to absurdity and delirium. So you have absurdity, insanity, delirium, and contracts functioning as the four horsemen of your own unveiling, of your very own apocalypse. So with the desire for riches, to choose the demon time reference is to forfeit your sanity. This is why Christ said, make sure no one snatches your crown at the very end of Revelation. And that's exactly what the desire for riches does. It snatches your crown. The human execs who present the contracts are not rich. They're wealthy. There's a big difference. Wealthy people draw up contracts for broke people who want to be rich to sign. I'll say that again. Wealthy people draw up contracts for broke people who want to be rich to sign. And the bad part about walking around crownless is the failure to realize that you will not be rich nor wealthy if you try to summon a demon for cheap. And this is what they do. They come in with no work ethic and no work history. They're just looking for shortcuts so that the demon Belphegor, who is the custodian over laziness, kicks that soul straight into an abandoned office building with no lights, no furniture, and blacked out windows, situated in the middle of nowhere on the fringes of this universe. And Lucifuge works in two ways thereby. For those on demon time, they never leave the pitch black warehouse. But for those who are willing to rack their minds trying to figure life out, he leads them straight to their own third eye, illuminating their understanding because they were willing to put in the work. But in that realm, looking for a handout gets your hands cut off. And Satario, looking for a handout gets your hands cut off. So these rappers, they can't reach out and touch their loved ones of whom they allegedly sacrifice for riches. But they never get the riches, you notice. They get around the riches. They can get in the Bentley, they can get in the mansion, but they'll never own the Bentley and they'll never own the mansion. They'll just be around these things. And Lucifuge is laughing bitterly when he sees a rapper speaking out against something like slavery, because slaves were led around in chains, you understand, picking cotton and stacking bricks. But the first thing a rapper does once they get signed, what they do? They go and get some chains. It doesn't matter how many diamonds in that chain, it's still a chain and it's still around your neck. And they parade this stuff around like that's supposed to impress us. No, it's just eye candy. And these rappers look like Price is Right showgirls just being paraded around the riches. They owe the record labels for that multi-million-dollar advance they just took. They owe the labels that. Their crowns are missing, so they thought that it was their money. No demon timers. That's not your money. That's not your money. That's your bill with a higher interest rate than a credit card. So yeah, you got signed for $4 million, which means you owe the label $4 million. So all that Virgil Off-White you wearing is the label's closet, not yours. That mansion is theirs, not yours. And now that the sound that got you famous has been compromised for those in-house producers, you'll never pay that $4 million bill. that you were signed up for. Sorry, should have stayed on SoundCloud. Sorry, should have stayed on YouTube. But no, you're not man enough to endure being a bum. You're not woman enough to endure being a bum for a season, because bums have a chance to earn their money. Bums have a chance to pick themselves up, but entertainers, allegedly, they don't get paid by the hour. And because a lot of demon timers probably never heard the word no before, they're afraid to come out the trunk with their material. They're afraid to come out the trunk with their music. They're afraid to upload their songs. Somewhere along the line, someone has convinced them that they could sell their product without giving free samples out. A lot of you will be debt slaves forever because you're not humble enough to work for free. But this is exactly what they do when they enter Satario, through the rap game. This is why they prey on drug dealers so much. They expose the fake personas through a lot of the alleged things that they carry. Because any real hustler knows you can't get something for nothing. But that's exactly what a recorded contract is. It's something for nothing. You had the streets hooked on your underground mixtapes, but your albums on the major labels suck. So you're gonna be shelved. You're gonna be shelved in 2 projects or less. But you were never shelved when you were on the come up with those mixtapes. But your crown has been snatched, so you don't know that anymore. They say as dealers, right? Never get high on your own supply. But these folks get intoxicated with the thug persona. So much so that they just turn into prison magnets and death magnets. And it's not illegal to sell your own music. If customers were buying drugs from you, what's a CD? You couldn't throw in the track to go with the crack? No, you can't, because your crown has been snatched. Your only weapon is the trinkets the label drapes you in. So I'm not on demon time. I'm not on angel time. I'm just right on time with this message. And you honestly think any of these rappers can hold a lighter up in front of Super T Sigma's hyperactive volcano? You serious? Their Yeezys won't make a better MC than I am. Their Lambos and their Teslas, this is not gonna make them better MCs than me. See, when I finish shooting my videos, my polo stays on me because it's the same polo I've been wearing all day. But your Versace, after you done that, Versace goes back to the label closet. Soon as the director says cut, right? What Jay-Z said in Forever Young. And when the director yells cut, I'll be fine. A lot of people won't be fine. They got to be bummed soon as the camera cuts off. And I don't have to get undressed after I shoot the video, right? And now your only weapon against Sigma is what? Violence and material items that anyone with a good job and great money management skills can acquire on their own? Look, at least the Earl Sweatshirts of this world, at least with them, you're being given something to really think about. At least there's some ambiguity and nuance. At least with groups like Arm & Hammer, you're getting actual poetry. At least with artists like KRS-One, you're getting actual literature on the mic. Actual literature on the mic. So just keep these things in mind. Because hell is so packed right now, people getting dropped off back at church. Because I'm willing to bet that the last thing the demons expected was to have millions upon millions of lazy souls who decided to bet on everything and everyone but themselves. This has been another presentation of Sigma Programming. I'm Super T Sigma, yours truly, delightfully different. I'm out.